So we've seen FreeAgent make quite big moves over the last, I don't know, 24 months really with a lot of the vendors, and it's really good to see. So this is a new one. To backtrack slightly, for those of you that don't know, Join is a consolidation tool that produces reports. And I believe it's not just finances as well. I think it can kind of look at operational data as well. So, a full picture for the business, which is great. But previously, if you wanted to pull reports from multiple companies, you would need to export them all separately, pop them into a spreadsheet, tidy it up, do loads of copy and pasting, reformatting, you know the drill, and then next month do the same thing again. Well, now that FreeAgent and Join actually integrate directly, you don't have to do that. So it can it can be quite common that groups also have different ledgers. So whether that's through consolidation, or maybe different finance teams want to use different tools, or maybe they need different features within the tools, you might have a group of companies that are using the whole array of suite of general ledgers, and that can cause issues as well. So now with this integration, it means that if you've got a group of companies and 3 of them are on Xero and 2 are on QuickBooks and 1's on FreeAgent, no problem, you can use Join to connect all of them, and it updates every 24 hours. So that's going to be a massive help. I think I popped on the site when I saw this announcement. I think they have a 14-day free trial as well, which is always handy, so you can see if it actually works with your clients. If consolidation is obviously a big challenge for you, this is definitely worth checking out. John, I guess from when you use in practice, I would be interested to know though, like, is this just Join catching up? Is this something that was already solved, or is this something that is actually going to be quite useful for the businesses that have made those consolidations?
I mean, I think maybe there's an element of FreeAgent and Join, catching up. I mean, this is just kind of the natural progression of the broad ecosystems, isn't it? Right? You build for one product and then you move on to the next and the next and the next in terms of the GLs from a ecosystem point of view. We also know that FreeAgent have been very strategic about the way that they approach their own ecosystem, and you're building really high quality integrations with the partners that they choose. For me, this is massive, because for a product like Join, which as you say, Billy, allows you to do consolidation. One of the big challenges that sometimes I would face in practice was you've got a multi-entity organization who isn't just on one GL for whatever reason. It might be a geographic reason, it might be a scale issue, it might be something else. Bringing that data together cohesively was always a bit of a pain, and it usually ended up being in Excel. So having it in an app like this, it's not the be all and end all, but it does help to save some of the pain and the challenges around reporting and management and stuff, which I think is kind of there. And I think it's also an interesting kind of juxtaposition at the same point, because we see other products trying to move up market to kind of do this kind of like, I don't know, small scale ERP type solution. And we've also got AI players coming into the market like Rillet and others. And so everyone's kind of trying to find their space in this marketplace and figure out how do they reposition themselves to go up market a little bit further. So, broadly good all round from me, I think.